The next one, be decisive and steady, regardless of the scenario. If there's a bull charging towards you, the secret is not to run in the direction the bull is going as well. It is to be steady, see where the bull is coming, and in the very last moment, move out of its way. But if you waver, the bull will figure it out, and it's going to impale you, which is what bulls do in those rings. Hence, if you've seen this before on TV, right? The guy is not moving. He's not dancing. He's just like, okay, little flag, come get it, come get it. And the last minute, he makes his move. It's the same way in life. When you're patient, when you're looking at the scenario and you're decisive about how you're going to act, you can move gently, you can move slowly, you can move gracefully out of the way of problems because you're in a calm state, because you're decisively taking the right actions the right way at the right time. Suddenly, you're not jerking around. You're able to move carefully. Has anybody ever done rock climbing before? Anybody watched somebody rock climb, considered rock climbing? You know what I'm talking about if I tell a story about it then. So in the rock climbing gyms, they don't have, it's not like a mountain that you're climbing. You're not, clipped into like, you're not actually doing the chiseling and stuff. So I can't say that I've ever done this. Anybody do actual rock climbing with the chisels and like climbing those things? All right, cool. So you're like me. We're talking rubber colors in the gym zone. So as you're rock climbing, sometimes you can get to the top. Like who here's ever gotten to the top of a course? You've done pretty damn good in one of those. Awesome. You can get there. And for me, I muscled my way up in the beginning. When I first started rock climbing, it was just like sheer muscle. Like everything was just like, ah, ah, ah. But then I started rock climbing with my buddies and they were calculating. They're sitting there while I'm messing up. Or I'm thinking about, okay, I'm pumping myself up. They're not pumping themselves up. They're watching and they're measuring weight of their body, where they're going to move because they have experience. And so when they get on the wall, it's just hand goes here, hand goes there. And you see them swing. They use momentum. They're using their legs. Everything moves all together in one decisive action because they know how to move their bodies. They know how to get there. And at the end, they're not panting. They're not heavy breathing because they just did something that it was effortless. They went up the same path that I went up. But at the end, I'm sweating, like dripping, right? Every inch of my body is like, every muscle is being used to try to get to that next spot. We're the same weight. We're the same height. We're the same muscular build, but like intelligence-wise, they know how to move their body better. Hence the camera, if you know that there are scenarios like that in life that you've gotten really good at. So maybe it's conversations, maybe it's business strategies, maybe it's how you serve your customer, maybe it's your service you provide, maybe it's how you close a deal, maybe it's what you do in renovations. Hence camera, if you think you're better at what you do than other people, very good. Give yourselves a round of applause. That's confidence. You need that to be successful. You need that to take more action, be decisive. So when you're in a situation that is a little bit scary, make sure that you're decisive about how you're going to, the result you're going to come out with, and following your plan. I said this yesterday to Andrew McNamara. We were talking about plans. Should you stick to plans? And the answer is yes. If the plan is really what achieved and thought out, stick to the plan. If something comes up along the way, yes, you may make minor adjustments, but for the most part, the plan should be stuck to so that you can always review later on in your planning of things. Hey, we did this and now we know the results of doing this. But also have to be willing to adjust a little bit. Discipline equals freedom. This is my favorite one. Discipline equals freedom. What that means is you no longer have to think when you've made true decisions. Has anybody ever made a decision and the next day changed the decision? Did that ever happen? You're like, I'm gonna lose weight. I'm going to the gym. And then in the morning comes, you're like, you know what? That was a good decision for yesterday, but today that's not going to stick around. I'm not doing it. I'm not going. And then you stay at home and you do something else and you convince yourself, see, that was a good idea. That was a good play not to go to the gym. Anybody ever convince themselves of something that they did that like they really know wasn't probably the best? Here's the deal. A decision to go to the gym, it's a decision made. You never think about it again. When the morning comes up and my mind's like, hey, do you really want to go? I'm like, it doesn't fucking matter because I already said I was going to go. So I just get out of bed and I go because I made the decision. The power of discipline, right? That ability to just say, I made a decision. I don't have to think about it anymore. That power allows you to move faster through the day. Anybody know, like when you just know, like your calendar's booked for you, you just do it. Hence, if you've noticed that the power that comes from it's on the calendar, I just show up. I just do it. Who booked the calendar? You booked the calendar. You decided what was going to be done. So you knew at the time that this was the right thing to do. Ego was there. Ego was thinking, all right, like, what do we want? We want all the money. We want all the love. We want all the relationship. We want everybody to be happy with us. Hands if you want everybody happy with you, if that's a thing. Yeah, I mean, like subconsciously, probably. It's probably not going to happen. Here's the deal. Be okay with not having everybody happy with you, but do the things that you believe would help you get to the result that you're looking for, right? Do those things regardless of whether they're happy with you or not, because that's who you are. That's who you want to be.